Give me the trap.
We've been on the island for about a week at this point, waiting for the ship that would take the car to Israel. We were not aware yet that a day after this idyllic shot we would have to deal with damages of almost 4,000 euros to the M3 and that we'd then be stranded here for 3 weeks. Regardless, that day started out really normal. We headed down to Cape Greco, which is located in the southeast of the island.
Sometimes I get up feeling good, but greed gets me down. I try to think about the highs, the freedom we found. When the business in your life don't sit with your soul.
What a fucking loser. I swear I still cringe my ass shut every time I watch this.
Holy shit. Your car, right? Yeah, it's from us. This is your trophy, right? Yeah, it's from us. This is your trophy. Holy shit. Well, I guess we'll get the fuck out of here.
Trying to assess the damage here. It looks like just the rim has been completely destroyed, which is also expensive. Jesus Christ, look at this. We had to drive about, I don't know, 10, 15 kilometers back. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's so hard to assess damage. It could be really bad. It could also just be the wheel. Which we hope that it's just the wheel. But it could, of course, also, because we did kind of go somewhat halfway sideways into a curb. So it could have really done some damage.
But it's impressive how it didn't even scratch here on the back rear.
It didn't, right? It didn't do anything. It didn't scratch at all.
It really like just hovered over like.
It just about skimmed through. Also the exhaust pipe, right? There's no damage there.
I think no.
It seems fine. What is this?
Oh, wait, there is a slight.
Otherwise down here everything seems to be somewhat okay. I mean, what a loser. Never trashed the car. And then the one time I was coming too wide, and I was sure I was gonna make. I was like, yeah, no, I'll make that. I knew it was close, but I was sure I was gonna make it, and then just about didn't. Man, damn.
That spiral is like.
Maybe this just took the brunt of the force, and this is what happened, and nothing else. But you know, we're gonna find out. We're gonna have to go. I think we have to get the car towed now, because I don't want to drive on like this and damage something that's sort of like, you know, cause more damage because something's not right. So we're gonna have it towed. We're gonna have to have it brought to BMW, and they're gonna have to have a look at it and tell us that it's gonna cost 50,000 euros to fix. And yeah,
it's crazy impressive how also the tire didn't blow up.
Yeah. Tire's okay actually.
Like, fine.
I mean, it has a rip in it, but it's actually generally okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's go and have dinner. So this is where the pain of getting the car fixed began. This guy brings the M3 to BMW in Nicosia, which is the capital of Cyprus. First, the car just sits there for a week because the guy responsible is on holiday. So I finally get a phone call from him, and he starts talking about damage on the rear right. And I'm just like, wait, what damage on the rear right? The damage is on the other side. What bloody damage are you talking about? Bye-bye. And then he tells me there's a huge scratch on the right fender in the back, and also on the rim, and that it was the first thing he noticed when he saw the car. And then it's immediately clear that the flatbed driver had a not so small accident and didn't mention it. I mean, just look at these scratches. They're huge, and it goes along the rim and then into the bodywork. What are you gonna do? Our guy at BMW even said the driver claimed to have taken pictures when he picked up the car from us. That's what he said to him, which is also very conspicuous, obviously, because why would he have to say that? But we knew he didn't take pictures because we were there. Anyway, the whole thing took 3 weeks to fix and cost 3,750 euros. According to BMW, as far as our accident goes, only the rim and tires needed replacing. But we'd much later find out that the ball bearing itself was also broken, and they didn't diagnose that, they didn't realize that. So everyone involved in this situation was useless. Me for crashing, the insurance for organizing a useless driver, the driver himself, of course, completely useless, and then the BMW garage for being slow and not noticing the not noticing the broken bearing. But the driver is the worst. There's a special place in hell for him. So with that much time on our hands now, we could enjoy the cesspit that is Ayanapa. Probably the most boring place in the world, at least in November or in the off-season. The whole place is just a huge club with a beach attached to it. And it was too cold for the beach, and the clubs are mostly closed. Not that we would have gone to any of them if they had been open, except for that one night, that's where this footage is from. And on top of that, the constant looming insecurity of whether the car was gonna have serious damage or not was also haunting us. Seriously, the whole experience was like slowly being suffocated. So then after 3 weeks, we finally pick up the car. Today's finally ready, and we're in a bit of a hurry now because we have to get to Limassol to the port by 12 o'clock in order to ship the car to Israel. So we're in a bit of a rush right now. We immediately notice a strange grinding noise from the rear left, but there's no time to bother with it because the car's booked to go on a ship on the same day, and customs is closing in 3 hours from the point where we picked up the car. So the next ship, now's Wednesday, next ship only leaves on Monday. And we still have to drive to Limassol from Nicosia, which according to Google Maps is an hour away. But what we're about to find out is that it's all for nothing, and we might as well have never come to Cyprus in the first place. As you can see, we're not on a ship. Instead, we're here on a parking... Yeah, okay, so basically what happened is the customs officials revealed to us that there is absolutely no way that they would let us export the car through their port. Or any port in the south of Cyprus, for that matter.
And we thought there must be like a mistake or something.
Yeah, we thought, and I was like, no, you don't understand, it's fine. You know, it's all fine. You can ship the car, it's no problem. And they say, no, you can't. Because apparently it's illegal. The only reason we even came to Cyprus was so that we could ship the car to Israel, which we've now been told is illegal. You remember that northern part of Cyprus, which is under Turkish control illegally? Nobody acknowledges the state of northern Cyprus, the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Absolutely nobody except for Turkey themselves. Well, apparently if you enter the south of Cyprus from the north, with your car, which we did, the only way you can export the car from the island is through the north again. They will not let you export the car from the south. It's a weird political thing, and it was insanely annoying. So after some research, we came to the conclusion that the only other ship that would leave from Europe to Israel was from Athens on Monday. And today was Wednesday. And Athens was still an overnight ferry ride and a 2,000 kilometer drive away. So we signed the car up for that ship since it's our only option, and then we head back over to the north of Cyprus in order to catch the next ferry, which went Friday night and would arrive Saturday morning.
Much faster than expected. Really efficient. We had to get some insurance, and then they had to give us some custom.
We get back on the ferry and down the incredibly tight hatch again and settle in for a stormy night on the Mediterranean. The next morning when we'd arrive, we'd have until Monday 11 AM, so 48 hours, to drive 2,000 kilometers to make it to the ship in Athens.